the Moabite king, right? Asked him to do that. But what happened? He could not do it. The only he couldn't bless it, right? And the Moabite king get frustrated. And what do you say? You know what happened? They could not infiltrate Israel. You can't there. But guess what happened? How they were infiltrated? He introduced something to them. They didn't see the counterfeit. He introduced women to them, right? He put women into the camp. And that was it. And they fell. Right? So sometimes the devil knows that these people here have they know the Bible, they know truth. You can't fool them so they will fool you by what? Other means, like adultery. You remember what happened to the church here? Remember what happened to the church in Sardis? Oh, sorry, brother.
So I just wanted to indicate something I said earlier on. I just wanted to indicate to brother here something he mentioned earlier on as concerning the division of the book of Revelation.
Yeah.
Now there are certain signposts that was already established among us as to the division of the book of Revelation. And we saw that the book of Revelation has two introductions. Chapter 1 and chapter 12. Yeah. So really and truly the center of the book of Revelation is chapter 13. Thus bringing to view some of the important focus that the church is to focus on, especially in this time.
Yeah.
Right? So I was just thinking, I said let me point that out because I went back to the old Laodicean position of two divisions, 1 to 11 and then 12 to 23. But we are going better and further.
Oh yes, and I stated that in the earlier last week as well too.
Oh yeah, I stated it last week. We went back to the old thing.
No. I'm just showing something called springboard. Not showing divisions. I'm not treating a springboard is not dealing with divisions.
What I'm saying is show that the division and the whole position. So guys are saying,
oh yes.
Let me just put in that.
Okay, no problem.
But that is very important.
That's very important.
That's very, very important.
Very important. Yeah.
Come to the center of the book. It brings to our vision the things that we have to focus upon presently.
Right. And in Revelation, you're correct, because Revelation 13 doesn't take place in the absence of nothing. Something would have proceeded before Revelation 13 that would bring it to Revelation 13, isn't that so? That is what I'm talking about. Not necessarily the division I'm focusing on. So
whatsoever you talk about, my brother, go and tap on those divisions.
No.
Let's say
Amen.
That's very good what you say there, because all the church built up on, the Revelation starting with something.
Oh yeah. But I'm just telling a springboard deals with the things that would lead to something. What leads to this?
That's in, right, my time I explain springboard, I always say link to the understanding, because not everybody understand springboard as well. When I say link, because that link to that, but the linking is building up. So you got deeper understand
what we're doing.
Right, so if you say springboard, I would be like, what? Springboard? If you say link, I say that link to that, because it have the same principle being propagated in that verse, in that chapter. But that was the better thing, a better link.
Right.
Everything linking up. So you have a whole picture of what is actually will transpire. You can't say springboard.
No, you cannot say to me. You cannot say to me, hold on wait. If you tell me you prefer a certain word, that's fine. And we can all adjust that word, but springboard doesn't do away with the concept of whatever.
I'm not saying you say what you say is link.
No problem, I take that.
I will never say springboard because I want to know what you mean by springboard. I'll be confused all the time on my springboard. I'll say, what is this springboard?
But Isaiah, do what is comfortable for you.
No, but I'm saying, I understand what comfortable for everybody else.
Sure. Let us take our opinions. Right?
No. That is explain to us.
Alright.
Right, so that way is
I understand what you're saying.
So our brethren will explain it that way. Link. So now the brother and other people explain that way. So if I'm talking to you, I am talking in no way to do away with anything in the right thing. I have better word. That's all. I have better word to use. But springboard, that thing got it. And then the best thing to use.
Yeah, I just want to ask, right? Now, for the time I've been listening, I know you are saying a lot of different things.
Yeah.
If it is that that's like summarized in a small way, you know, like what you really say in effect.
Okay.
Without going into much,
right?
A summary in a small sample, you can say, okay, so this is what we're really seeing.
Yeah.
Right? In a simple way. Right?
Okay. Right. Right. So, yeah, what I'm saying in summary is that my study is about providing basically it's a study that shows that a shadow, if you produce a shadow of a man, right? If you produce a shadow, of a man, right? It will very well have the basic features of a man in the shadow. You would not be able, you should not, once you study to the point where you understand shadows, you could now go into the object itself that produced the shadow. In other words, the reality is there. You could now go into the more detailed thing. The purpose is to show the outlines, the outlines of this. So for example, a shadow must have a head. It must have the basic anatomical features. But what the shadow would not have, it would not have the details of whether the person's eye is crooked. Unless somebody here to determine from a shadow if the eye is crooked. A skeleton system. Providing the brethren with a skeleton system, somebody cannot bring the shadow of an elephant now and tell you that is the same thing as this. Right? So the study is to show the shadows of the Bible. To show that it is what is in type will be in anti-type, but it will be more explained. It will be better explained. Right? So I am not, for example, if I'm showing you the identification description pattern of Revelation, it's not to give you a study on the book of Revelation. It is to tell you that Revelation has Revelation follows a particular pattern, right? It's to tell you that. So you could look for certain things. So if, for example, you see in Revelation between 1:9 and 3:22, you see promises was given to the overcomer. Somewhere in the Bible, in Revelation itself, you will see where the fulfillment of the promises to the overcomer take place. That is a skeleton, and not going into Revelation details. Is to tell you so that you will not be tricked by somebody who come in a maxi taxi and tell you, well, God didn't promise, God will keep none of his promises to us. You'll say, hey, hold up, wait, that don't sound right. Look, God made some promises here, and look, he fulfilled the promises here. End that story. You understand? Right? Maxi taxi conversation. Or what you call elevator pitch. You know what an elevator pitch is? You get in an elevator with somebody, and you have only until you reach the fifth floor to tell that person what you need to tell them. You can't go into all of this. You understand? But at least you tell them that based on the structure of Revelation, it does have promises and it does fulfill the promises. You can tell them you could be sin free. Because you know how I know you could be sin free? Because you show them this, for example. elevator pitch. God never accepted a lamb on an altar unless it was first washed, unless it was first cleaned, unless it was in order. All the parts, the leg must be connected back. The thigh must be connected back. The body must be connected back before you burn it. So you tell them that shows that God is a God of order, but guess what? He showed that he accepts nothing dirty on the altar. And before the fire go on it, it had to be washed and clean and blah 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 blah. That is it right there.
Without spots.
Without spot. You see, it could come in this and without spot and thing. Right? That is a pre-requirement. That is showing Christ. But look, God even went further than that. He tell you, cut the lamb up. Right? Put it back into its parts. So how it looked when it was living is so it must look when it's dead. Right? But except the parts cannot communicate with each other. In other words, it's showing you that is God now, you are living a life after God. The reason why God cut up the lamb, right, is because that lamb or that animal they sacrifice, which is a Tuesday, you must not live your former life. Anybody know a cut up lamb to get up and bleed and all kind of thing? You cannot live that life again. So that is the lesson there. That it's showing that you cannot live that life again. When you live that life, when you're on the altar, this is what it means to be on the altar. Romans chapter 12 verse 1. Somebody tell us because of right time. Romans chapter 12 verse 1.
I'm going to continue that text, right? Yeah. Based upon what you see, right? Now, in Psalms 51.
Yes.
In Psalms 51 and verse 16, I'm reading, right? Psalms chapter 51 and verse 16. So in other words, I'm here going to Romans 12, I want to show you the new heart and so on. And this is what this is showing.
Yes.
So in other words, it is showing, since it dealing with the sacrifices,
yes,
how God wants you to be in your heart.
Right.
When you're doing the sacrifices, right? So it says here now in verse 16, for thou desirest not sacrifice,
amen,
else would I give it. Thou delightest not in burnt offering.
amen.
The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit.
Amen.
Remember when you bring the lamb and then put your hand upon the head of the lamb, you have to confess your sins and so on, and then time to be transferred to the lamb, and then the blood will go into the first apartment, etc. Right?
Yes.
But then he goes on, he says, the sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart, O God, thou will not despise. Then verse 19 says, then shall thou be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness, with burnt offering and whole burnt offering, then shall they offer bullocks upon thy altar.
Amen.
So God is showing the state of the man's heart. And when he's doing the ceremony, one must ensure that they have repentance, their heart is broken, and then they make their offering and so on. So based upon that, God will then accept it.
Yes.
Not that God have any delight in any bringing lamb and so on. Your heart must be right. This is why you would have repentance taking place before, in symbolism, before you have the offering being offered.
Right? Notice what the Talmud just said, broken. You see? The Bible said that the sacrifice had to be broken. It had to be cut into pieces. Because God don't want you to go back to them days.
Yes, brother, my beloved brother David.
Yes, brother.
What Brother Cameron said just before he made this contribution, let's say this and that. But what you have shown that you're not really going into the meat of the book of Revelation. What you're presenting is the outline, what we call the skeleton. Right? And what Brother Cameron was saying, this is what I understand is that. And I agree with it.
Yes.
In that whatever you show,
yes,
right? See, was asking to summarize, which is a good thing.
Yes.
Right? You make your points, you show your skeleton, you summarize what it means. Because of the fact that, imagine somebody brings a skeleton and lays on the altar.
Yeah.
By looking at the skeleton, you will know it is not the skeleton of a dog. Because of the outline of it, you will know that it's not the skeleton of a dog. probably is a sheep.
Yeah.
Right? But your aim is to enlighten people as to the meaning of that. So the people see this skeleton, but they're waiting to see some meat.
Yeah.
So you have to summarize. You must summarize. If you show this outline, you summarize and you show the meaning of it.
Right.
So that is what we the audience will be taking away as our moral lesson.
Right. Yeah.
Remember, we're presenting something there for us
yes.
to encourage us to live sin-free and so on.
Yes.
So the moral lesson behind it is what is the important thing that must be summarized. Right. So show us. This was a good example of what Cameron showed you.
Yes.
That was a perfect example.
Right.
So I'm just saying this to strengthen that.
Amen. Right, amen. And I'm going to strengthen now by reading Romans chapter 12, verse 1. Right? It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. See? Holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. So in other words, this is the whole point of this. The burnt offering is to show that it is your broken, contrite heart is ready what God is. Because 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 22 says your point. Because it says that he rather obedience over. So the whole purpose of this is to show that God, when you look at the whole book from Genesis to Revelation, it's clear to see that God is working on man's behalf, right, to save him. When you look at the whole study on prophecy, you're also supposed to see that God is working on man's behalf to save him and to also make him sin-free. You will see that in prophecies. You will see it in history. You will see it in timelines. So if you study the prophets, don't just study the prophets because you want to see where the prophets were located in history. Understand the message of the prophet. What was the moral reason for the prophets? Why they were prophesying. They were prophesying because they wanted it to be sin-free. You need to understand that Job was a man who was also with that. Every single witness, every single one of them spoke about sin-free living. All of them, all of these things, burnt offerings, right? The efficacious nature of blood. It's not fair to be focused and hung up on blood. Because blood, the flesh profits nothing. It's made to see the spiritual things behind it. But it is how the Holy Spirit will guide you to go and do your study. Right? That is what the exercise is supposed to do. So I will close by reminding you that if for example you just have this alone outlined in your note, you could pull out any of these things here. You could study the Advent movement, you could study what is the last 15 days. One could say, alright, they could study the last 15 days after the 7th plague. They could say, well, they could study all those things. All of these things will come from one section inside of here. It's up to you, brethren, to pull out the section that you want to be proficient at and what best suits your calling and stuff like that. But everything in the Bible is basically summarized inside of here. If you want to understand Jezebel, you'll see Jezebel mentioned in the churches again. That is not literal Jezebel. That is spiritual Jezebel. And she is now global. If you see Absalom mentioned inside the Bible, that is not only talking about Absalom, a story. That is also telling you how Satan's behavior was. If you see things inside of here, summarize it, you will see that this is not only talking about physical and historical things. It is actually telling you these are all lessons of sin-freeness. Everything inside of here is lessons of sin-freeness. The migration from the wilderness, come out of Babylon, people, is equivalent to Egypt, coming out of Egypt. Going into Canaan is the same thing as going to heaven. All of these things is you have to determine those things. You must see the outline of these things. Right? That is what my study is about. Not going into the details, but telling you, you select on your own which one of these things will interest you. Because inside of here, in 17-week prophecy, you have the death of Christ. Of course, you have before, because the land was still on the foundation of the world, right? But let's say, you could get all the things inside of here. You can see the stoning of Stephen. You can see when Jerusalem was no longer accepted, right? The 70-week end in 34 CE, 34 ACD, right? You can see all those things. All of these things is not a detailed study, but you can just look at this one paragraph here, and you can see these things here. You can see that Smyrna means is a flower. The more you beat that flower, you pong it, guess what happens to the scent? It smells better. That is the experience here. That is the experience here of this church right here. You see this church right here? Smyrna? They persecuted the church. The more they beat the Christians and they kill them, is the more they produce people saved. You understand? You can see that why does they give all those things? You must summarize those things yourself. Why does they give Jesus as a baby, frankincense, right, myrrh, and those things? All those things have meaning in it. That is my point. You can see the meaning of those things. Okay? So,
sorry, the present Sabbath. Sharing a supporting scripture, right? So the things the brother touch, okay? Especially when they're touching on like prophecies and these things, right? That the scripture that says here. Right, yeah. We have a scripture in 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 3, chapter 3 from verses 14, where Peter was outlining the vision of the destruction of the earth. And he was outlining that what will happen at the second coming of Christ. And then he points to the church, he's saying, seeing as we look for these things, which means we the church must have a prophetic view of the history of the earth and understand what the things coming, what will happen and these things, right? So the church must have a prophetic vision. But he said, why do you look for these things? Because you understand these things being taught in the scripture and you look forward to seeing these things come to pass. He's saying, but how you must be in a moral way. So why is you looking for these things? Because we learn these things with prophecy. He showed you morality you must possess. It's one way you are what? Sanctified or sin-free. Okay? So let's quote in scripture to show that, right? Say, wherefore, beloved, see 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 14. It says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things. So we are looking for it. This is something the church must understand. This is something the church is looking for. They're looking forward to these things. Right? That ye look for such things, be diligent, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and what? Blameless. So look, the high point of the scripture is why we have this view, why we have this understanding of prophecy. The high point of that understanding is you must be blameless. Because if you look for these things, prophecy also teach you morally or teach you moral lessons to show you who these things is coming upon. So whilst you're looking forward to these events happening, you must know the state you must be in order to escape. Because the prophecy, with it goes what? Moral lessons. And especially the sanctuary service, with it go what? Moral lessons. And the moral lessons is that you may be found without spot out, blameless after the Lamb of God.
So everything must be like that. You cannot know the sanctuary, you cannot know the feast, you cannot know systematic theology, you cannot know all those things unless you yourself different to live.
Just adding to what Brother Michael showed here. Other the ingredients. Verse 14 again. It says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be diligent, that you may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. To be found of him in peace means you must be justified by faith. So we have peace, so that's the first justification. Without spot. In Ephesians chapter 5, we have been told that God, Christ, is going to present the church unto himself without spots and blemish. And it shows that he's sanctifying it by the washing of water by the word. So without spot, they identify the sanctification and the maintenance of that justification. And blameless in the investigative judgment. Right? But notice in the next verse, what Peter told us here, he said, and I found that the long suffering of our Lord is salvation. So the three justification, sanctification, is gotten out. Peter says the long suffering of God is salvation. So the long suffering of God, where Peter tells us here, a day with him is like 1,000 years. Right? It is salvation. But what is the salvation? Justification by faith, sanctification without sin, the investigative judgment. So here we see the long suffering of God is channeled or it is structured in a pattern of salvation that we hold as justification. Amen.
So when you study the skeletons, you must go and see what the Holy Spirit is showing you so that you can live sinful. So take one of those things in them and exegete it out completely. Expand it. But don't forget the moral lessons in it. That is the point. So the study was just to show you where the outlines are in the Bible for you to go and study for yourself. But to encourage you to study. But there are plenty of things for you to study. Right? Let's pray. Oh righteous Father in heavenly sanctuary, we thank you for blessing us with your presence this morning. And Father, that you gave us your Holy Spirit and you guided us. The words that came from the brethren, the advice that was given, let it be taken with humility and peace and continue abiding. Father, we ask that as we go into the song service that we rejoice in our hearts and enjoy the songs that gives acclamations to you, dear Father. Father, we also look forward to getting also relevant words and important instructions from our manservant, Brother Myron Medina, and we look forward to that. Father, we ask that you continue to give us your Holy Spirit, which is the power to keep us from sinning. We ask all these things in the name of your Son, Christ Jesus, our plan of salvation. Amen. Amen.